Let's talk about writing again. So this is a new video about writing because I wanted to show you some examples that I got from the kids so parents will understand what it is that we're looking for. I forgot to put my name on this. Always write your name on your paper. First thing you do. All right. Most of the story from your child is going to be in the picture in the box. That's okay. That's what we should be spending the most time on and focusing on, putting detail in the picture. I drew a picture of my cat, but I didn't just put my cat. I also put a rug that he likes to sit on, and I put a window in the background so you know he's inside the house. Adding detail, which means adding more that has to do with what you're writing about around the main part of what you're writing about. That is a great thing to talk about at home. When you're done with the picture, when your child's finished drawing the picture, give them about 10 minutes to do that. Then go down to the words. The words, when they write, do not need to be dictated by a parent. It should be writing from your child. If they don't know what letters to write, then you are welcome to show them the letters on a computer screen, like a line of the alphabet. You can write the alphabet for them. Just tell them to choose letters and write what they think goes for that word. The child picks the letter that they think is supposed to be written next. So I know my letters and sounds, but not everybody in our class know all their letters and sounds. So when they make a sound, ask them what letter do they think that is. If they don't know, then just tell them, take a guess and write it down. My story is about my cat, so I'm going to sound out the sounds that go with the words that I'm going to write about my cat. The first word I'm going to write is my, and I hear m, m, and then I hear I hear an I. So that's what it would look like if your child was writing my and they knew their letter sounds. My cat, at, and that could be spelled with a K because the K makes the same sound as the C. So that would be all right also. My cat is Ollie. 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 My cat is Ollie. He is gray. Gray. So there I've written a story about my cat. It is phonetically correct, even though only one of the words is spelled correctly. Oh, two of the words are spelled correctly. That is okay. If the letters are floating, if there's no spaces, that's also okay. I'm going to show you some examples of what we've written in class. So here, and this is why I don't use pencil when I do this on the video, because you can't really see. Oh, there we go. This child drew a picture of herself and some friends. She wrote letters, and some of them don't even look like letters, but that's okay because she's still learning. And then when I asked her to read the story to me, she said, I can run. I can do everything my teacher tells me to. That's what she said, so that's what I wrote down. And that's her story. This is perfectly acceptable for this part of kindergarten. For the beginning of kindergarten, this is exactly what we're looking for. I'll show you another. This student drew a picture of himself, didn't have time to finish any other details, but then he wrote his words. And when I asked him to read it to me, he said, it says, I can play a game called cornhole. The only word that I see that goes correctly with what he told me is I. And that's awesome because we learned the word I the first week of school. So I'm so excited that he was using that. We haven't learned any of these other letters or sounds. So when he wrote this, he was just writing what he thought went on the paper. Not on the line, no spaces, but that's okay. He's writing letters. He's writing left to right. That's all I'm looking for right now. I just want them to try And by try, I mean writing a few letters for each word that they're trying to say. Here's another one. Here's some people playing. It looks like they might be playing ball outside. And I can tell it's outside because we have a sky and a sun. And he said, whenever he read it to me, he said, I like outside. And those words go with the picture. Even though the sounds don't go with the words that he said, again, that's okay. I just gave them about 5 to 7 minutes after they drew their picture to write letters and write words on their paper. We want to keep encouraging them to sound out the words and to write down what they think it is and not be so dependable on the adult whenever they're writing. To not be so obsessed with making sure they spell all the words right. Don't worry. I'll come whenever you're done. I'll have you read it to me, and then I'll write down what it says if you have any mistakes. That's all you have to tell them. This should not be anything that is too frustrating for you or your child. This should be something that is fun. We mostly take care of it in the picture. The story should come out in the picture. The words and sounds, those will come later. Right now, we just want to get into the process of drawing a picture and writing words that go with the story, and then they dictate back and tell about their picture. That's all we're looking for at this point. If it becomes too difficult, let me know. If you're still not comfortable with the way this is, the way we do this or what I'm looking for here, then let me know and I'll talk with you whenever we do our video chat on Wednesdays, and I'll try, to explain it a little better. But I just wanted to do another video about writing so that you can see that no, the words are not going to be spelled correctly. There may not even be words on there. It's just a string of letters, and that is perfectly developmentally appropriate at this point in kindergarten. So just let it happen and then say, oh, read to me your story. And then you write down what they say so we don't forget what they say, what their story is. Good luck, parents.